Today, we build a desk. Computer desk for Landon, to be exact. Free plans. Just email, send it to you, or comment. Also guys, quick heads up, I am clearly just winging it here. Not a professional, just doing the best I can, so build at your own risk. Let's go make this desk. All right, the first step is to clear off this wood. See what we have. We have quite a bit of wood, but some of it is already scheduled to be on other projects. So let's go through it one by one. Okay, those will be for the desktop. We got the desktop down easy, but I don't know if you want to build like a desktop and then it has like a shelf where the computers sit on. I don't know how you want it to look. You gotta tell me.
I want it to be a flat size, but it would also be cool to have like almost like a little like small L part, and then you put like a little place thing on it. But like this L part that comes out, and you'll need like a little small third leg. But it has like a little raised platform on it.
Now you'd say like a shelf on here,
Yeah.
like coming up from here, up here like this. And the shelf would be here,
Yeah.
this piece.
Yeah.
That'd be a shelf.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, due to limited space in the area that we had picked out for the desk, we were unable to go with that L-shaped design.
Odin's asking to get this rocket launcher out and use it sometime soon, so maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
So it's nice having scrap wood laying around. You can use those boards for the top of the desk. This one long
How thick was it?
16-foot 2x4 might do all of the legs. We'll see. What is it across there?
Across these two boards, and they're split around.
Oh, yeah, I just want to get a measurement for the whole thing. It should be 16 feet. Exactly.
Here, Landon is just trying to become comfortable using the speed square, figuring out the best way to use it. Now, this is not the typical way to measure two pieces of wood side by side, so we'll fix that in just a second.
That board's marked. We're going to remeasure all these things, but we're just making sure we have enough materials, okay? Once we cut these, we'll take one of these and we'll rip it to 3.5 inches. So this can be wider. All right, so what we're gonna do to build the frame is we're gonna cut two 39-inch pieces, one for the front, one for the back, and then two 12-inch pieces, one for each end. The reason why we had to do that is because the whole length of the desk is 42 inches. So for this front piece, you have to take 1.5 inches off here and 1.5 inches off here because Landon wants 1.5 inch overhang, which is gonna look really cool. Then going this way, you have to not only take off the 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches, you have to subtract another 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches for the thickness of the 2x4s. So what we need to go measure two 39-inch pieces and two 12-inch pieces. Here we go. Mark at 39, and then you grab that square. Maddie has it.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, wait, I don't have a square. I have a
Mm.
triangle.
All right, time for a little segment called 0.2 Explains. That's where a segment where I, a guy who doesn't know a whole lot, tries to explain the unexplainable. In this case, this is called a square. But wait, what do you mean? It's not a square, it's a triangle. It certainly is a triangle. That's why it's kind of hard to explain. This is known as a speed square. It's referring to this corner right here, which is completely perfectly square, 90-degree angle. Hence why it is called a square, even though it looks like a triangle. It's very confusing. Just ask my kids. You had it right. You do it like that or like that. Since you're right-handed, why don't you do it like that?
And then cut it all the way across.
Yep. Just pull that all the way down. Okay. Now I want you to write the word P-A-T on this. That is going to be what we use for a patent. So this is how we shouldn't, when we measured the legs, we really weren't doing it right, okay? This is how you do it. You measure that we're going to cut this one and use that as a patent to cut all the other cut the other piece as well. Now we're gonna go down this end because we don't want to just measure from here because we're gonna have a saw blade that cuts right through there. So if we want to measure out our 12-inch, we got to go down there and do it.
Okay, now it is. I'm sorry.
Okay, Landon, starting at that end, measure 12 inches. Just put a little tiny mark. I mean, big enough to see. Make sure it's right at that mark. Good. Now you put this on there. Let's lift this up a little bit. Put this on there like this. Good job. Now write the word pat on there. Stands for patent, which means we're
Like
gonna,
right here?
no, on this piece, because that's the 12-inch piece. Sorry.
Now it was package time. In the mail arrived a brand new gaming keyboard, some essential hookups, some adapters and things, a brand new mouse pad, along with a brand new monitor, all to hook up to the kids' Xbox. To say that they were excited would be a huge understatement, especially Landon, the mastermind of this project. They were just ready to get back to building. At this point, we're just cutting up the legs, some of the pieces of the frame, some of the balance points for the legs. I'll show you those in just a second. And you can see Maddie here displeased with some of the smells that are coming out of the saw, as it was at times smoking a bit, depending on what I was cutting through, whether there was a knot there, or sometimes cutting on angles or against the grain of the wood. Sometimes the saw just isn't very happy with it. So that's what that was.
I want to brace this. I want to brace this from either side with it. I want to fill this gap here and fill this gap here. But instead, we're going to do a little math. Okay? This is 3.5. So if you take 3.5 inches away from 12.
9 or 8.5.
Yep. So then you from 8 point you cut 8.5 and a half, and you get 4.
And you get 4 and a quarter.
4 1/4. So we're gonna grab the square.
After Landon and I put our math skills to the test, it seemed like a great opportunity to have the kids try out the saw themselves for the first time and see what it was like. We made sure to do it in a safe way, and both the kids did great. Obviously, there's more learning to do as we go along, but they did great.
All right, so we got the saw out, cut up a bunch of wood. This is an upside down desk, essentially, what we're building. So this is gonna be the frame. These are the legs. We've got some other pieces that are gonna go here, probably on the outside.
Oh, like
Put
that?
those like that, okay? That's gonna serve as the legs and the way to balance it. This is just a frame. There's gonna be pieces of, there's gonna be 10-inch boards going on there. It's gonna overhang by a 1/2 inch, so it's gonna be pretty awesome.
In order to try to make these legs of the desk look a little more stylish, we took the feet that we had made and I tried to put some pretty decent angles on them to make them look neat. Now, before we go on, I think it's important to do a quick rewind and note a couple of things. Look at Landon's stylish impression of the floss dance, and note the smoke coming out of the saw. This is once again due to the saw just not being happy with what I was doing.
So it's gonna look like that, bro. It's pretty dope, huh?
Is that like the bottom thing? Like
Yeah,
this?
so the leg will be like this.
Oh, okay. Now I have a
It's a little more stylish, and you won't have anything to bump your foot into.
That's pretty cool.
Now working on foot number 2, and the floss dance continues. Landon is obviously very excited about this desk coming together, and he's showing it.
All right. Show what this is gonna look like, Landon. Yeah, it'll be on the outside, just like that. What do you think? It's gonna be pretty cool, right? This is gonna be a robust desk. Not a lot of people build desks out of 2x4s, so it's gonna be very sturdy and strong. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so we have cut 2 boards for the top, the tabletop, or the desktop, I should say. Those 2 right there. And so next up is we gotta cut one more to and then rip it because we need it to be, what, 4.5 inches wide? Is that the calculation? Those two together is, no, we need it to be 3.5 inches wide because these two together is 14.5, right? And we need a total of 18, so.
Here we conveniently used a T-square, which is most commonly used in drywall, but can really be used for anything. And we just made sure we lined up 3.5 inches with the outside edge of the board.
Then that has to be completely square. Now you can make your line.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a courtesy warning here for this fast line that's coming. Maybe not the best approach to drawing lines, but it gets the job done. Little double check here of the measurements to make sure we got it, and we're off to the races. In preparation for ripping this board, I wanted to be organized, thoughtful, careful most importantly. So we took some wood clamps, clamped this board to the end of our working table, and I carefully followed the line the best I could, and voila, we had ripped a board.
Stop.
No, it's all right. That's why we have a sander.
So despite cutting that board just a little bit too wide, we decided we would take that down with a sander in just a few moments. Right now we're just kind of mocking it up to see if everything fits, and guess what? Didn't quite fit. Luckily, the fix was somewhat simple, as it just required doing a little bit more measuring and then just trimming a couple of the pieces up to allow those legs to fit in there nice and snug. Now we were once again back to the mock-up stage, where things went a little differently this time, in a good way. I wasn't completely sure this actually worked at first until many hands got involved holding everything where it needed to be, and then it was pretty clear it worked. Watch this.
Wow.
That was a scary moment.
Oh, that's good.
Not like it was life-threatening or anything, but it was unexpected to say the least.
Perfect fit. Okay.
Kind of shocked us all.
So now we tackle the other side.
And the process for the other side was identical. We were literally just shaving a couple of pieces of wood to get that ideal pressure fit.
Good fit. Beautiful. Yep, I'd say that passes.
Next, we were on to sanding. This is everyone's favorite. You can see the trials and tribulations of sanding. It takes a while. Pieces of sandpaper break. They fall off of the palm sander quite often. The process is very much one filled with sawdust everywhere. It is satisfying to get it done. And, Lennon and I had a good time. Maddie got involved in the action as well. All in all, it came out really nice. And of course, if we made a pile of something and didn't play with it, it would be very much atypical. So of course, there was much playing. In the meantime, Landon and I laid out the framework for the top of the desk and got to work.
We're going to sink it in about that far, about a 1/2 inch. And then this part's going to drill through the wood to prevent it from cracking, okay? This will set the screws down in so you won't see them. You want to come do one?
As Landon gets himself familiar with the countersink, it's probably a decent time for me to apologize for some of the sound issues we were having with the wind and also the not always great camera angles.
Okay.
I kind of just let go.
And I'll do the same thing over here. There you go. Now we're going to go down here and do the same thing. Now normally we'd drill both of these holes, but right now, since everything's kind of wacky.
Picture frame, picture frame, door, window, picture frame, and now I'm picture perfect.
Oh, this one's good too. Oh, that's so good. It's so satisfying.
Perfect.
And we're gonna do the other one.
The other side, okay. Look how much we sanded off.
Dad, are we still gonna screw it?
Yeah.
Look at
You
that.
have to.
3 or 4 times.
There's like
I went over this.
a little bit there.
At least
It's
4
a lot
times.
though.
So that's 8 times we went over.
Coming along.
One side.
Coming along, buddy.
Absolutely. This one isn't as like satisfying as the other one. It's perfect.
This one pretty much is perfect too, I would say.
Yeah, but this one has like pressure points, so like there's no way this is coming out.
So we have a little bit of room. These are the 2 choices of screws that we have. These are just a bit too long, as you can see. So if we countersink those at all, even just a little bit, it's gonna poke out the other side. That's a big no-no. Okay, so we won't be able to use those. Instead, we're gonna have to countersink a lot more than we normally would, like way down into here, to get that to stick. We don't have any other choices. Okay, it'll work. This is all so tight, we can just do all our countersinks right now. No, you actually need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's gonna be 12 holes.
Wow.
Seems excessive, but that's what you need to do.
Oh no, you're just
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So
Put the drill right in here.
Oh no.
Oh shoot, you know what?
It's gonna be fire.
I'll let Dad, you do this part, okay?
Oh no. Broke the drill bit in the hole. So I only got in that far. It won't go in any further. We're just gonna have to. Let's see what happens.
Wait, how are we gonna get that out?
We're not. We're gonna see what happens.
It's gonna be a special table.
Well, let's get a drill bit in there somewhere. We're gonna just see what happens. It's gonna go right past it.
Yeah, just counterfeit
There
it.
you go. If I get it into there, that's solid. That's really good. Okay, that will work. We now have a half of a drill bit, which is fine.
So now we have to go over right there.
Ready to go all the way, as far as it'll go. It's not going to go past that ridge. That's okay. It doesn't want to go. I must have hit a knot or something. Look at that. You know what? Maybe that didn't break the drill bit. Maybe it just got loose. I guess I didn't break it. All right, Lan, come on. Your next 6 are yours. This one's tough. You gotta go hold it like that. You get him? Did you get him? Did you fit? Okay, keep finished. Good.
So now we're gonna do the screws on the side, then we'll do holes and screws on.
Yeah, and then we'll put the legs on and then the top and you're done. Inside down. Now we'll countersink all these holes.
Okay? Yeah.
These are level. I'm gonna do this first. So this, because
It
I don't want it to
It's
fall
scary
over.
when this falls over.
Lynn, hold that with you.
Very scary.
I'm just gonna get this
Screwed in
screwed in.
so it doesn't fall. This is getting exciting. I mean, it's always been exciting.
Lynn, can you get me 7 more screws out of there?
Position great at standing, but you know.
No, we just gotta put the, grab the feet. You just put a mark.
Right here?
Yeah.
7.5.
Okay. And then same thing here. There. That one's good.
Oh gosh, 3 more screws and then we get to stand this thing up.
Yep, we're almost there.
Can I do the final screw?
Sure. Good. Perfect.
That, but also I
Okay.
kind of meant like the last screw of everything.
Oh, sure. Ready? Come over here, Landon. Help me flip it down.
I'm gonna put this on the tripod because I want to be in the moment too.
Ready? We're gonna be right inside of it. Get in there. Get in the middle of it. That's too high, isn't it? Well, let's finish it. And if it ends up being too high,
Do you want to take
We
it in
can-
tonight?
yeah, we'll
And
take
test
it
it?
in. We'll just give it a trial run. If it's too high, we'll chop the legs and shorten it. Okay, so this
It
piece
can be
goes
standing and sitting maybe. Who knows? Oh, this is looking really
there.
good
This piece
though.
goes here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I can already
This piece goes here.
Oh, yes, sir. This is a big yes, sir moment.
But what we have to do is check what you wanted was 1.5 inches around. So
Let me just show everyone. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh.
if we
Awesome.
calculated this right,
Wait, they're just testing out like how it's hanging over the edge. You can see like how it's hanging over. We want that to be like 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Or I forgot the measurement.
it's gonna end
It's
up
just
being a little more
awesome.
than
It's just awesome.
What do you think?
I love it. It looks so good.
Pretty good.
I think Landon's gonna have a really fun time gaming on this thing.
Honestly, like we're gonna put it up there tonight, and then there'll be some finishing touches. Like I'll do a router around the outside edge.
Will that
Um,
make it smooth?
It'll give it like a curved edge, yeah. And then we might have to sand the whole thing down to make every board even. But see how this is like not even. But we can fix that with the sander, okay? But tonight we're just gonna get it all there. So that's 1.5 inches. And it goes a little beyond 1.5 inches down here.
Imagine our family just like had a business where we made furniture like this,
That'd be awesome.
and we'd
Takes a
sell
lot
it.
of time and patience, craftsmanship. But it's fun when you get it done.
Yeah,
Like, every week I
it's
make
very
one
rewarding.
piece of furniture.
I think.
Oh, this looks so
Oh,
good.
wow. This is pretty spot on right now, guys. We also might need to add a brace across the middle in the future because we right now don't have a lot of stuff to screw to. That'll be part of the finishing touches. We're gonna test this baby out first, Landon, okay?
Okay.
So here's the hard part. Figuring out where the holes go. So it's 1.5 inches in. That's where the wood starts. And that wood is 1.5 inches thick, so there is the screw hole.
I feel like the good thing about this table too is this is gonna go up in Landon's room so that he can do gaming stuff for his gaming channel. And it's like kind of skinnier, but like not, not too skinny, but it's gonna, the point is like, I feel like it would be easy to like get up the stairs and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Because
it's
it's not, it
huge.
shouldn't be like super heavy, I don't think, but I don't know. I don't really know.
It wasn't heavy. It wasn't really that heavy. I bet I could lift it. Maybe not up the stairs, but I bet I could lift it.
Okay, I'm gonna drill a bunch of holes and then go around and stick screws in each hole, Landon.
Oh, okay.
So here we're just gonna countersink just a tiny bit. Enough to get the screw down in.
Here we are continuing to use our countersink drill, and we are preparing the tabletop for screws, making sure to sink each one of these screw heads down into the top surface so that if we wanted to, we could come through and finish that off pretty nicely and you wouldn't see any of those holes at all. Now you'll notice that when we bring this up to Landon's room for the very first time, it's not finished in any sort of way. It doesn't have a paint job. It hasn't been given one final run through with the sander. None of the screw holes are filled in. And that was intentional. Landon wanted to use it as he wanted to test it for his gaming computer. So what ended up happening was it became a permanent fixture in the room, at least for a little while. And now it will be a future video. It will be the final upgrade and completion.
All right, so we got all the screws in. Now we're just gonna drill them in.
Okay, Landon. Let Maddie do a couple too.
Okay, Maddie,
Can I do like 2?
these two? Okay. You can do them right now. I want to do the last ones. Enhance the image.
Enhance the image.
Go ahead, nice and slow. And then hit it. Go faster, and then explode it.
Last screw of the night, I think.
Most likely.
Good job. Cool. I'm gonna start picking up.
As we brought the desk into the garage to bring it upstairs, Odin noticed an unfinished project.
Daddy will get that done very soon, okay?
More than 100 million
turn this
Americans
off.
will get a tax cut. We will end America's housing shortage.
All right. We'll work on that tomorrow or the next day or whenever we have a chance, okay?
Here we begin to make our way up to the second floor to put the gaming desk in Landon's room. Landon and Odin's room, technically. After making it down the hall, now it's up the stairs to the landing, and then making the turn all the way up to the second floor and into the perfect gaming desk spot.
Cool.
I think we should try to put the chair in and the
Yeah, let's set it all up.
See what it looks like,
After confirming that it did indeed fit, it was time to get the new gaming system put in place. Wires were tucked, cords were plugged, and boy did it come out nice.